Welcome. I am so excited. We are on day 4 of our 7-day kickstart. Today's going to be amazing because we have a HIIT leg workout planned. And basically what we're doing is we're going to use body weight because your body is your machine. And we're going through all the workout. So the full workout is going to be our warm up on a lesser intensity scale. And then we're going to go through the warm up. Jessica, I would love for you to be in my video. I totally should bring you on. She just requested, I love it. Okay, so a couple things I want to talk about before we get started into our workout. I want to talk about how you're doing. So first of all, what you need to do right now before we get started is tell me what's going on. What are you implementing? What are you struggling with? What do you feel like are mini wins from day 1, 2, and 3 to right now? I need you to tell me that below, okay? So comment right now. And then I want to talk to you quickly about this. So I want to know what you had for breakfast today. What did you have for breakfast? Part of your day 4 homework is for you to write yourself a nutrition breakfast plan for the next 5 days or 6 days or 2 days, whatever. So on your sheet, you are asked in your Transform Kickstart guide, you were asked what's your breakfast. So share. So let's see. Nothing yet, okay? And depending on when you woke up, would I be able to stay? Hi, Trina, I won't be able to stay for the entire Q&A. I have to work, but I will catch the Facebook video. Thanks for letting me know, girl. Yeah, and these replays are up for you on the membership site. So if you can't catch them live, you get to rewatch them. So what's for breakfast? And I need to know what time you turn your phone off at night and turn it on in the morning. And it's okay if it's an epic fail. I got up today and right away, I went to my phone because I broke my rule because of where I am with the 7-day kickstart. I'm coaching. So I had to break my rule. So I have to readjust tonight and make sure that I'm heavy on my turn it off goal. So tell me right now, 10 p.m. and 7:30 a.m. Perfect. Phone is off at 9 and back on at 7. I haven't turned the phone on yet. That's huge for me. Amber, that's incredible. Ladies, that's so amazing. I love it. Okay. Tonight, your challenge is, and if you have any questions, put them here right now. You might think of more questions as we go through the workout, okay? So you might think of something as we break down the workout and finish it. Your challenge tonight is for you to get to bed 15 minutes earlier. 15 minutes earlier. I started to pull this bedtime routine back because I started to kind of slack throughout these last couple months. So tonight, our goal is to pull it back by 15 minutes. If that sounds like too much, do 10. 15 minutes, lay down, do a brain dump, read something that calms you down, and then I want you to pack it in. So Jessica says, oatmeal, fruit for brekkie, phone was off at 9, just came on. Amazing. Ladies, this is so good. The whole reason I launched this Kickstart is for you to make tiny changes, and those are going to amount to big things. If you're not working out, you're going to start. If you're not going to bed, you're going to start. If you're abusing your phone, you're going to start. It's just about a kickstart. So here's what I just want to address before we get into our workout. Kimberly says, I had a smoothie for breakfast, phone on at 8:30 and off at 9. Amen, ladies. This is incredible. Here's what I want to quickly address, okay? I want to talk about DOMS, the delayed onset of muscle soreness. This is really important as we go through our fitness journey through life, and also it can be a measure of success for people, some people. So DOMS, delayed onset of muscle soreness, what that is being sore after a workout, and everyone's different. Me, day 2, it hits me hard. Anyone who's worked out with me knows that day 2, I'm like, oh, I'm so sore. I do not like being sore ever. I do not want to feel my muscles sore ever after a workout. That's me. For those of you that love the pain and you assess your workout based on your pain threshold, meaning you had your workout yesterday with us and today you wake up and you go, I'm not sore. Did I even work out? Or you wake up and say, I'm so sore. I must have had an amazing workout. Neither of those are true. So if you are finding that you're sore after a workout, it's a few things. Number one It does not measure the success of your workout. Many people have a different thought process with this. It doesn't mean you had a good workout just because you're sore. What it can mean is several things. You could be dehydrated. Maybe you didn't have enough water, and so your muscles are sore. Number two, it could be that you're doing different things that you haven't done in a while. Number three, you could have pushed way too hard for yourself. There's a whole bunch of reasons that you could be sore. Now, the best thing to do when you're sore is to keep moving your body. So keep actively moving, which is the last thing you want to do. You might want to foam roll, you might want to stretch, you might want to get yourself into a heat sauna, a heat shower, because when your muscles are sore, what we're doing is we're breaking them down for a workout. So we're tearing our muscles, microfiber tears, to make them stronger. So you shouldn't always feel sore. If you're always sore, there's something going on with your food, with your nutrition. You might not have slept enough, pushing too hard, etc., etc. So I want you to give some thought. If you really are sore today, because I got several messages from people that are like, oh my God, I'm so sore from yesterday's butts and guts. 100% you are, of course. I want you to keep moving through that, drink lots of water, get lots of sleep, and I want you to assess, was it a little bit too hard for you? Did you do a little too many reps? Do you need to back off just a bit? What is it that you need to do? So really listen to your body, because it has nothing to do with making the workout hard. It really has nothing to do with not making the workout hard, but assessing whether this was a good or bad workout. Does that make sense? Do you have any questions about that below? I'm gonna grab a sip of water. You're gonna do the same. Do you have any questions about that? And tell me, do you feel sore? For those of you that have done some of the workouts, maybe you were in the live classes with us. Do you feel sore? How are you feeling? Tell me in the comments, and I'm gonna get my timer ready for our warm-up and then our workout. So does anyone feel sore? Let me know. Yeah, no? Okay. So if you have any questions, you can address them after. This is the time to ask me your questions, okay? This is the time. Post them in the Facebook group. If you're not in the Facebook group, go to our website, contact us, and ask me. Okay, this is the time while you're in this 7-day kickstart. So let's get started. We're gonna do our workout, and then any questions that you have, I had people that asked me about fasting, people that asked me about a whole ton of different things. Now's the time to ask while we are on video. Let's get started. Lace up your shoes. You can turn on your tunes in the background. I can't have any music playing because of liability, not liability, but music liability. Grab your water, make sure you have space around you, and we're going to do body weight. Let's start with some run on the spot. These 4 movements are great for total body, for glutes, and it's a HIIT workout. So we're gonna do run on the spot, in and out. So this is move number 1, in and out. Now, as we go through this, we are going to decide how much intensity we want to add. So these 4 moves that you're gonna see right now, so you're just going in and out halfway, are the moves for the workout. So when we do them now, we're doing them at about 60%, 6 out of 10. 10 being like, whoa, I'm so like out of breath, right? We're not quite out of breath just yet. We're gonna jack, so big, up and down. I am going to show you how to progress this. If you wanna do your high impact jacks, go ahead, flare the knees out. Otherwise, big arms, big legs. And I want you to imagine that you would have a minivan and you'd be pulling it apart. Just imagine this movement. It's forcing the energy. Inhales and exhales. Through the nose, out the mouth. Flare the knees out, pushing the body. Squeeze, keep your rib cage up. We're gonna go to deep squats and big circles. We're gonna go backwards. As we start, let's round and circle with bent arms. So I can feel today that my pecs are tight and I can feel my chest is tight. Go the opposite way. So if you had a bench or a couch, you are imagining you are sitting to it, okay? The 4th move is gonna be a squat with airplane arms. So it's a squat almost like a deadlift. And what you're gonna do is your arms are super straight and active. So here's the front view. Here's the side view. Your arms come right past you. So what I want you to think about, keep going, is imagine you have a resistance band. It's anchored into a wall, and you're driving up and down. Active through your glutes. Breathe. Run on the spot. Okay? In and out. In and out. We're doing this for 2 rounds in our warm-up. So already, I want you picking up your pace just a tiny bit. So a little bit harder, a little bit faster, but this is all out. This is somewhere in between. So in and out. The more jiggle, the better. You're a woman. Let it all hang out, sister. Don't even worry about it. Keep moving. Breathing. Jacks, high or low. Inhale. Exhale. You're imagining those knees flaring out. If you're doing high impact, you're here. During your workout, you'll look like this. Push, 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 push. So there's a difference between energy here in the warm-up and energy here. This is what HIIT looks like. But right now, you're here with me. Inhaling and exhaling. Through the nose, out the mouth. This is great for your legs, great for your core. Excellent for our cardio. Squat, big circle backwards. Now, as you get a little deeper into your warm-up and you start to feel a little more worn, you might notice your hands going a little bit bigger. So I can tell already my range of motion and my shoulders is a little bit bigger. So side view, drop in squat. Tuck the chin, open up the circles, go the other way. Big ones. Squat back, airplane arms. Drive it up. So drive it up. I want you to think of squatting and leaning over, driving up. Leaning over, driving up. Super active arms. Now here's where you can decide that you could grab, not yet, keep going, little dumbbells. So for those of you that are more progressed, if you feel like this is appropriate for the workout, let's do it. Okay, sip of water. Quick sip. Step touch for me. Quick sip of water. Just breathing. We're doing the same 4 movements. We're going through 3 rounds. 30 seconds on, 3-second break. If you have dumbbells, you're welcome to add them. Otherwise, it's all body weight. That's what it's scheduled for. First move, run on the spot. So this is where you are going 100% all out, whatever that means for you. Okay, so 100% all out. We're gonna do jacks, okay? So I'm gonna show you the progression with tiny dumbbells. So go, all out. This is you, 90%, heart rate is high. Here's low impact, here's high. Okay, so we're pushing it out. Now, if you're doing arms, out, forward, out, forward, out, forward. Here's low impact. Push. Just because I do low impact does not mean I'm slacking off. Push. We should be soaked with sweat by the end of this. Squat, big circles. Boom, boom, boom. So we're doing big circles now, right? Big, strong ones. Ready? So you come up and you are aggressively pressing your heels into the floor. Big and round, big and round, big and round, big and round. Okay, go the opposite direction with your arms. Big. Imagine you're picking something up, scooping it, slamming it on the ground. Picking something up, slamming it on the ground. Use your body here. Big. You're really slamming. So this is the arms. Okay, breathe. Step touch. Catch your breath. 10 seconds of rest. Next move is going to be airplane drive. Drive. Get ready. Go. Here's the option with dumbbells. Push the palms back. Drive up. Back. Drive up. This is only for those of you that feel like you are more progressed and able to handle the load. Otherwise, body weight is perfect. Glutes on fire, drive. Glutes on fire, drive. Let's go. That's round one. Woo! Okay, rest it out. Round two, make it even harder. Faster, stronger, more muscle. Get ready. You're gonna run on the spot. Run on the spot, reach right, left, right, left, right, move right, run, move left, reach left, right, left. Oh my gosh, push those legs. Come on, run. Hands in front, fight your arms. Go. 6, 5, 4, run faster. 3, 2, 1, step. Catch the breath. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Get ready for jacks. High or low. Jacks, high or low. Remember, if you're doing low impact, push it for me. Like push off the leg. So it's not just this, right? You are actively pushing. Push. Squeeze everything. Option. If you had little dumbbells, 1 to 5 pounds, breathe. It is a HIIT. Push. Okay, rest it out. Take a deep inhale. A big exhale, open the lungs. Big inhale, exhale. Plant your feet, squat. Reverse circles, go. As many squats as you can do. Active arms, active pushing. The motion is this for your arms. Push. You're pushing a wall. Reverse. You're pulling the wall. Pulling. So you imagine pulling. I need you to imagine I've got 2 ropes ahead of you and you're pulling them. Woo! Breathe. Catch our breath. Next move. Lean over, glutes on fire, drive up. Lean over, drive and go. Down and up. Once again, option to load, not necessary. As you come back, think about your arms are super active. This is the ending position. So much muscle involved in this. Drive up, back. You're going way faster than me, so you push up and down. Squeeze the arms. So squeeze, bend over, and pull everything away from the shoulders. Breathe. Woo! Catch your breath. Okay, let's do this again. Catch your breath. Run on the spot. Get ready. Go. Flurry arms. Come on. I want your biceps working. I want your elbows close to your body. You are leaning over and running. Okay? Reach, pull. Okay, now imagine it's a speed bag. You're gonna go one direction, go the other. One direction, so you're just moving the body around. Other direction. Go. Woo! Step touch. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Get ready for jacks. Push. Off the leg. Go. Push. You must create the energy in your body from the movement. It is not enough to just do another jack. Because guess what? There's no new exercises. Science is science. Make the movement harder than you did the last time you did a workout. Push. Arms front and side. Breathe. Catch your breath. Squat big circles. You are gonna push the wall to me and pull the rope. Push the wall, pull the rope. Go. Now, as you come up, open your hips to stand, but don't overlean. So it's stand and drive. There's a difference between this squat and this. Glutes on fire. Go the other way. Now whip and pull, other direction, forward. Whip and pull. Imagine you've got big ropes. They're heavy. Woo! And rest. Step touch. Through the nose, out the mouth. Get ready. We're gonna do those airplane arms. They're big. Drive. Last one. Let's go. Big arms. I want you to think of the glutes I want you to think of reaching behind you, your palms are up, down, up. Push it. 15 seconds to go almost. Halfway, push, 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 push. This is the game changer. This is the finishing ribbon. First place medal, go. 5, don't stop yet. 4, do not stop until I tell you. And 1. Oh, step touch. First of all, take a minute to tell me how you feel if you're on the live. Tell me how you feel quickly. Quick pulse check. So come to your phone or camera, whatever you're on. Get ready, find your pulse. Start counting at 0. Right, 4, 3, 2, and go. Stop. Add a 0 to that number. That gives you a minute count. If you're on the live, put it in the comments below and keep moving. Beautiful. Keep moving. Step touching. 140. Beautiful. Keep moving from side to side. 160. Amazing, Jennifer. Good push. Step touch side to side. Look at the sweat on my face. And I didn't even do it as hard as you ladies did. Right? Good. Step touch. Let's go side to side. Cool the heart rate. Now what I want you to think about is I want you filling your belly with air. Inhale. Exhale. So I'm really exaggerating the breath here so you understand. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, pelvic floor. Exhale. We're going to go side to side. We're just shifting from side to side. And the goal here is keep your heart up. Keep your heart up. Keep your chest up. And you find your width. I have long legs, so I have a bigger stance. I have to go farther. This is not enough for me. So you can see, otherwise my knee will be way over my toe. So toes are pointed forward, and you're just leaning into it. Inhaling and exhaling. Through the nose and out the mouth. Breathing long. Oh, how was that? That felt so good to wake your body up from whatever position it's doing. Right leg is forward. We're going to think of scooping the earth. So what we're doing is shifting the hips back, standing up, making a little scoop here. So you have a soft bend in your right knee. You're taking in the universe. Whatever it's dishing out to you, you can handle it. You have full control over your reaction of stress, of fear, of anxiety. You have all the control you need. Bring it on. Because you're strong enough to handle this. Bring it on. One more, and then stand, switching the legs. So you're going to go left side. I thought today's live started at 10. I hope I didn't email you wrong. I was sure it said 9, but I may have made a mistake. Inhale, down and up. My apologies, I will check to see if that was my error. Breathing, inhale and exhale. So you're really thinking of shooting the leg back, keeping the knee soft, shooting the hips back, I should say, not the leg. Breathe. Inhales and exhales. Find your breath. Find yourself a wall. So if you need to hold on to something, you look like this, grabbing onto left ankle. And then what you're going to do is lift your body up in a tall, straight line. So before you do anything, this happens. Lift your body shooting straight up. And what I want you to think about is look at something that's not moving. You're grabbing onto the ankle. You're shooting the toes down. And if you are more flexible, your leg is going to get pulled back a little more. But there's no arch in the back. So notice what you're doing with the rib cage. Plant the big toe into the floor, the right big toe. Breathe through the nose and out the mouth. Through the belly, out the mouth, and relax. Let's do the other side. So giving those legs a good, solid workout, stretch, love, everything you need to do to recover. Bring the knee a little bit farther back, through the nose, out the mouth. Again, assess whether you're lifting tall from the floor to the pelvic floor, up the spine, right into the crown of the head. because you're gonna have a tendency to wanna lean or be lazy. This is active, you're rooted into the floor. Breathe, relax. Find yourself a wall. I will show you the movement. Right leg is coming over to the left. You could also do this seated. So if you want to get into figure 4, you can sit down. Otherwise, if you had a chair or anything, you can just hold on to it as long as you can keep your back long. So you'll notice rib cage here. There's none of this. It is lifted. You are solid from the pelvic floor, tailbone, up to the crown of the head. Pressing and imagining your right knee away from your body. So this is what I look like in the front. Knees away from the body, leaning forward. Chin is tucked. And then you're going to stand. Inhale and exhale. Bending over, finding your position. Left foot comes across and it's right above the knee because we don't want to put any pressure on our joint. So if you see me sideways, I might hold on to a chair or a wall or a couch or a table. Here. Pressing. You should feel this in your glute. Pushing your hips back and up. Nice and long. Breathing through the nose. Out the mouth, and you're looking down. Through the nose and out the mouth. Relax and come out of that. We're going to slowly slide down the legs for the last stretch. Find a flat back. So once again, the movement's going to come from the hips. So you're driving your hips back, soft bend in the knee, and you might only get here. No problem. I have worked on flexibility. I work on it daily. You're sliding down the thighs. You are finding your stretch position. If you can get down lower, great. If not, hold on to something right here. You should feel this in the back of your legs. Now push your hips back a little more. Tuck the chin. Your back is completely flat. Again, pelvic floor all the way to the crown of the head. Think tall. Breathe through the nose and out the mouth. Through the nose, out the mouth. Relax. Round all the way up. We're going to do a couple of standing cat and cow. So round all the way. And then lower. Tailbone is up. Exhale. Inhale. Curl up back and flat. Exhale to curl. And then roll it all the way up. I just want you to rotate through the elbows to see what's happening in your back. You might get a natural adjustment. You might get a little back crack. Now, can you go 1, 2, 3, 4, pause. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pause. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, pause. Last one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Now take your left hand, put it on your left hip, take your right hand and just see where you can open. So all you're doing is just opening from the rib cage, from the pecs, and from the oblique. So you're not going super far. Just imagine I'm behind you and I'm giving your left shoulder a gentle opener. Now inhale deeply. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Relax. Left hand over here. Right hand is just coming back to open the chest. And you're going to inhale, exhale, twist. So you're being very gentle. You might just get to here. That's okay. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Amazing job. Take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Give yourself a big hug. You did it. It's amazing. There are no excuses for movement. You just saw we did such a short workout and I am pouring sweat. If you can start your day like this, if you can end your day like this and it's not too late at night, if you can find the time in the middle of your day, you do not need an hour workout. Get your movement done. That's the end of our workout. You're amazing. Until next time. Ladies, we are still live. What questions, if any, let me grab a sweat towel. What do you have for me? Do you have any questions, comments? If you did not answer me, I want to know what you had for breakfast today. Look at all the sweat. By the way, when you sweat, that's your lymphatic system detoxing your body. So sweat is really, really good for you. So ladies, what questions do you have or comments? I would love to know what you had for breakfast if you didn't tell us already. I would love to know what time you shut your phone off and you're shutting your phone on. And I would also like for you to tell me, what does going to bed 15 minutes early for you mean? So is that 10:45? Is it 11:45? Is it 9:45? What time is that? We're gonna find out who the late people are. We're gonna find out who the late people are. Let's see. I will be having a smoothie bowl when we're done this morning. Amazing. Hi, ladies. I'm gonna say hello to everyone. Oh, I love this. I love that you guys are on. So you're gonna have a smoothie bowl. What else? I want accountability from you. This means nothing unless you're accountable. 9:30 to 9:45. Beautiful, Amber. So that's great. 9:30, 9:45-ish. Okay, I love that. What else? Breakfast is yogurt with granola. What kind of yogurt? I'd love to know what kind of yogurt. Is it plain? Is it vanilla? Is it strawberry? Is it homemade granola? Look, I'm just gonna like get myself all cleaned up here. Vanilla. Okay, here's a good trick. If you want to reduce the amount of sugar in your yogurt, do half plain, half yogurt. So whenever my kids were younger, they loved yogurt and I would only buy them plain. That's all I bought. That's what they grew up eating. So you get used to what you're used to. And then I would just put a little bit of honey on it. Then when we would like give them a treat with vanilla, I would do half Greek, half vanilla. So you can cut the amount of sugar that's in your yogurt, but still get the taste and flavor. So play around with that and see if that helps you, Amber, because that's a great way to just cut the sugar, because yogurt is loaded with junk in it. It's good for us, but not all the flavored stuff. So just slowly wean yourself back a little bit and a little bit. Vanilla. Anyone else? Does anyone else have any questions or comments? How do you feel? Do you feel amazing? Do you feel awesome? I'm going to say goodbye to Facebook. Everything will be loaded on your membership site if you were one of the people that got in access. I will see you. Hold on a minute. Let me tell you when tomorrow. And you're getting emails to remind you this. I hope there was not an error today. It's again at 9 tomorrow. Tomorrow, what you can expect is an amazing stretch and sweat session. So we're going to do a nice elongated, some movements to really open everything up, but still get a little bit of a burn. It won't feel like today. So, and also we're talking about sugar junkie detox. Does anybody have issues with sugar? I'd love to know that. Type it in. I see some heads. Type it in. Yes, yes, or no, no. Michelle, I know we have an amazing member, Michelle, who, and actually she's on the live call today. What's she gonna say? Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself if you can, unless you have people all around you.
No, so, I'm off sugar now. I've been off sugar for 8 days.
You know what? I would love for you to share with the group, Michelle. I think Facebook will be able to hear you. Can you share your story about what you quit February and how that worked out for you? Because I think it will speak to a lot of the women in this.
Absolutely. I stopped drinking January 25th. Perfect timing, right before the lockdown, I guess. Well, a little bit before lockdown. And I have never felt better. Sobriety is the answer. I feel great every morning when I wake up, and it was right for me.
So
baby steps. That was my biggest thing. I wasn't working on anything else, just sobriety. And then I went to, now I'm working on no sugar, and I'm trying to be really kind to myself because we're doing renovations in the basement. I'm working full time. I'm still working with COVID positive patients. So I'm trying to just keep it little things. I'm not trying to do everything all at once. I'm not trying to lose 10 pounds and stop drinking and this and that and that. One thing at a time.
So what I would like for you to share with us, Michelle, is how were you able, so when you first made the decision that you wanted to stop, right? Like you obviously said, I want to quit drinking. I want you to share with us, I know that we published this on the blog. You can see Michelle's story, and it was February 26th she stopped drinking. Am I right, Michelle?
No, January 25th.
Sorry, January 25th. Okay, so January 25th, she stopped drinking. I would love for you to, and this could be, maybe you're not drinking, but maybe you're having sugar, because sugar is, that's what's in alcohol, that's what's in everything. Your cereals, your yogurt, all the stuff you're eating has way too much sugar. So will you share with us, Michelle, the process that you went through when you first decided, I'm going to stop? What was your first step to be able to like basically commit to stopping? What did you
I'm
do?
trying to find the book that I've read, and I've read it twice now to help me.
You got that from the library, the 30-day surprise?
Yes. How do I flip this around so you can see it? Is there a button?
Yep, there is a button on your phone. You should be able to share.
Okay,
There
so
we
this helped me.
And this can be for, and ladies, if you don't drink, great for you. But if for some reason you do take in too much sugar or something, this was one of the steps that Michelle took. And this is all about, and you can tell me whether you agree with it or not, Michelle. It's all about mindset.
Yes.
Now, I haven't read the book, but I know that the first steps to changing anything in this 7-day kickstart, in any journey that you're in, ladies, is it's all mindset. So Michelle, tell us some of the thought process, and this can apply for anyone, whether you're drinking or not. What was some of the things that you thought, had to think about, had to stop doing? Why don't you share some things that were maybe valuable to you?
Well, for me, it was a cost thing, and I was always feeling like crap. And I didn't want to feel like crap anymore. And it was actually hurting. Like, I want to be fit and I want to lose weight, but I'm drinking 900 calories a night. But that was stupid. And then the next day I'd torture myself. Well, I won't eat too much because I drank so much last night. And then I wasn't being kind to myself, and I was doing damage. So I knew it had gone on for a long time. Like, it went on for about 6 months where I was partying every night and having a good time and thinking it was okay, and waking up every morning and feeling like crap. And I knew that something had to change. So somebody had recommended that book to me. So I thought, I'm just going to read it first. Because, you know, when you're a drinker, you're like, you know, maybe you're dabbling. So I read the book first. And as soon as I got to like middle of the book, I was like, I got to do this, because the book was fantastic. And it breaks everything down and why you crave it. And the thought that it's a mental, right? The problem is mental. Why you reach for another drink? Why was I reaching for another drink? Well, I was stressed out. I was stressed out about so many things, and how do I eliminate the stress? So it helps you do baby steps to figure out why I was drinking so much.
So the huge thing is, and Michelle just hit the nail on the head, whatever your thing is, okay, Michelle's was she was addicted to the sugar. She didn't even realize. She's addicted to, I know, because I've worked with people that have gone through this process, not just Michelle. You're addicted to the habit, the physical habit of getting the glass, the pour, the burn down your throat. Maybe you're drinking pop, and it's just the habit. So what is your battle? Your battle could be, and some of us might judge Michelle and say, wow, you're drinking so much. We all have to look at our own self, because we're all doing something. You're addicted to staying up late. You're addicted to on your phone. You have to know that you're getting to a stage, this is not acceptable for your body. If it's keeping you up at night and you're thinking, and I'll bet you, and Michelle can tell me in a moment, when you're going to bed thinking, oh, I shouldn't have done that, or I'm drinking too much, or I'm eating too much sugar, you're 100% right. That's your body's internal system saying to you, hello there, you're going to have to stop, because if you keep doing this, I'm going to give you some type of a flare, an alarm. I'm going to give you an injury. I'm going to give you a sickness. And that's your body's defense. The first defense is you all signed up for the 7-day kickstart. You signed up because something I said spoke to you. You're like, I need to do something. I need to change with whatever. And so that change is what you need, and you know you need something, you're ready for the solution. So Michelle, would you say that that was one of the things that kept you up? I'm going to just say goodbye. I'm going to say goodbye to Facebook. We'll see you after. Would you say that, because you've wanted to stop many times before, cut the sugar, would you say that that was one of the things that just kept you up, or was gnawing at you and you were thinking like, man, I need to stop? But what was there was a last straw.
There was a last straw. Hold on. There was a last straw. So before I tell you the last straw, because you just said something there that was really good. The thing you said about a habit, about getting the glass of wine. Every night I'd come home from work and I'd be like, what a stressful day. I need a glass of wine. And I'd have a glass of wine and watch a show. So it was a habit. And Trina had said to me, because you had stopped drinking, you said, just change that glass of wine. So I started buying kombucha juice and pouring every night. I'd come home from work and I'd make a kombucha juice. So, and then of course you had asked me to write down 10 things I wanted to change. And the number one thing, I wrote sobriety, and I put it in really big letters in my book. So every time I opened the book, that's what I saw. And it reminded me that If I felt like I wanted a drink, I'd go back to my book and I'd open it up. I keep it on my bedside table and it said sobriety. And I said, there's a reason. But in my head, I'm like, just have one drink, one drink won't hurt. And it was a mind battle. It's very hard to explain, but my mind was trying to trick me into having another drink.
And you know what? I know that you ladies can relate to that exactly. So in fact, someone just said to me, I actually have a battle and discussion in my own head over late night snacking. I want it, then I tell myself I don't need it, etc., back and forth until I give up and have snacks. Michelle, you probably felt the exact same way. Well, actually, you're saying that you felt the exact same way with alcohol. Did you go? So she's saying it's a discussion about snacks. You're a discussion with wine and with booze. What do you do when you felt like you wanted to give up? So maybe you can speak to this. I know I can, but I want to hear your experience. What did you do to give up that back and forth? What were some of the things, the tips that worked for you to say, don't have that glass of wine? Wait, you're on mute. You're on mute. Hold on. Unmute yourself. Asked to unmute. Hold on. It's okay. We want to hear what you have to say because this is, hold on. Let me unmute you.
Sorry, I'm not good with the internet or with the computer. Okay. So sorry, somebody had just written in the chat, do you think it would be a good idea to read the book for somebody else who wanted to stop drinking? You can. I don't think it's going to help the other person because the other person has to want to stop drinking. But it's a great book to read though, and it could work for anything. It could actually work for sugar. It could work for, I mean, it's towards alcoholism, but the principles are the same thing. You got to coach yourself. And Trina had told me to start meditating. That helped. So every time I wanted to have a drink, I would try and get my kombucha. And if that didn't help, I would go meditate. Then I had my book I'd look at. It wasn't easy. And I struggled with an internal talk in my head constantly. And then there's people that'd be like, come out, let's go for a drink. Cause this is pre-COVID. And I'd be like, no, I can't go. Cause I know I would go out with them for wings and I would be drinking. So I just had to, for a couple weeks until I got off the sauce, right? I had to get it out of my system and then I was fine. And then lockdown happened. And then I've been so successful with the lockdown and I don't even want it now. I've been away on 2 trips this summer with people that were drinking the whole time, hammered, partying. And not once did I even feel interested in drinking at all. Didn't even take a sip. I don't even, it's once it's out. And I feel fantastic. I feel healthy. I'm focusing on other things. I have money. It's a game changer. Sobriety is a game changer.
So you're 6 months sober, yeah?
Yeah. Good morning. Yes, I am. Yeah.
So please, Michelle, you can mute yourself for another moment. This is what I want to say to you is it is all great to want to lose weight, to want to make all these changes and do all these things and sign up for stuff. All of that is amazing. The missing link, the truth and honesty, and Michelle knows because I coached her through this. I literally said, you know, here's what you're looking for. Here's what you want to do. The best advice that I can give you related to any bad habit, and I say bad habit, but it's a habit that's not serving you. A bad habit isn't eating junk food. Junk food is good for you. Wine is fine for you. All these things are fine for us. In fact, invite them into your life in controlled ways. But if it is no longer serving you, if you feel like you want to cry, you feel frustrated, you feel emotional, you feel anxiety, you feel depressed, you need to make a change. And whoever asked, do you think that book would help the person? Not until they're ready. Look at all the people in the Kickstart. There are so many, I don't even know what the number was at. I think we're at 90. There's going to be 12 of you out of that 90, maybe, that are going to make the change. Maybe. Here is the biggest question I asked myself, and I've shared this with Michelle. I don't know whether this spoke to you or not in your journey. I woke up March 20th, 2019, and I said, is this serving me? That's all I asked myself. Is my behavior right now serving me? For me, the answer was not really. And that was with respect to alcohol. I would have a glass of wine here and there, whatever. And I just woke up and said, is this serving me right now? My answer was no, it isn't. I didn't say, I'm quitting drinking, I'm never drinking, I'm not doing this, I'm not gonna snack at night, I never said any of that. Because as soon as you say, don't, your body's gonna wanna do it. And Michelle will probably attest to that when I take her off mute for a moment. Simply say to yourself, is this serving me to be on my phone till 10 o'clock at night? Is this serving me to go through this drive-through and order McDonald's? Is this serving me? If your answer is no, you got to go small, just like what Michelle said. It has to be small change. So if you need to stop your snacking at night, you can't just say, I'm eating nothing, because it's the habit of reaching into the bowl, reaching into the cupboard. It's the habit. So like Amber shared, it is the habit, the crunch, the this. If there's something, there's a trigger. There's a trigger in your behavior. It is so psychologically deep and buried into your brain. The best defense you have against it is replace that habit with something that gives you the same fulfilling need. So for example, when Michelle stopped drinking, I said, it's not enough for you, so pretend like this is my wine glass, to go, I'm not drinking, bye, and I'm gonna sit on the couch and sit on the couch. She would have been like this, like against the wall. Like you feel like you need a fix of something. It's the physical glass. So you replace, I drink in a wine glass all the time, kombucha, Perrier, sparkling water, whatever. Replace it with a hot tea. You need the glass. If it's snacking, I used to eat chips all the time. Replace it with something else. Do some frozen grapes. Okay, they're not the greatest for sugar, but it's gonna get you off. Replace it with some cucumbers, some hummus. Take it to something healthy, get the fix, cut it back just a little bit, and then you're gonna be able to change, because most of us cannot go cold turkey. I'm part of like 10% of the world, I think it's less than that makes a decision and I go, F it. I'm not doing this, because I'm very, very, very stubborn. The rest of the 90% of us, and even me, you need to replace your fix with something else. Does that speak to you? Does that make you go like, I totally get that? Michelle, you can unmute yourself and you have anything else to add. Again, it's always helpful when you hear it from somebody else that's not the coach and trainer like me. So anything else to add? Unmute yourself. Perfect.
One thing that really helped is when I went to Trina and said I wanted to stop drinking, she was accountable. She was my accountability. I had told her that I was going to stop drinking. And then in the back of my head, I'm like, I can't have a drink. I promised Trina I wouldn't. Do you know what I mean? Like when I was up at the cottage and people were like, just have a glass of wine. I'm thinking, I'm going to come home from my vacation and Trina's going to say, what'd you do up there? Did you have a drink? And I'm going to say yes. And I'm so competitive. I'm such a competitive person that I wasn't going to do that. So the whole time I was at the cottage, and you can ask anybody, I drank kombucha juice. I had soda water. I drank a 10 herbal teas, and I didn't miss it. I was sober. I remember the whole trip. I enjoyed myself. I slept great. And my husband and I have never had a better relationship. And I think that it's because we're both sober.
Yeah. And you know what, ladies, I will say this, a little bit of honesty. Alcoholism runs in my family. Drug addiction runs very, very heavily in my family. I've always been kind of the black sheep, the opposite side, but you can feel in your body that whatever your addiction is, and I'm not saying like you're drinking so much, you're an alcoholic, you're eating so much, you're a sugar junkie. We're not talking about that today. What we're talking about is the feeling you get from either being not working out, sabotaging yourself, not going to bed, snacking, eating, what your brain is telling you, you can change that. You can completely change that in your brain, but you need someone to keep you accountable. That's exactly why we're doing this 7-day kickstart. That's exactly why you come to live classes. You don't just hit play at any time of the day. You show up at 9:30 for the Sanity Sweat session. You show up at 7:45 for HIIT, whatever the case may be. So I think you need to mute yourself, please. But what I want to tell you, and that's why I launched this Fit and Fierce. You might know everything, but guess what? You need accountability and people on your team. So just the fact that you're on today and you're admitting, like I see that you said it's hard to convince your brain that something is better than the thing you really want. It's hard to shift those cravings and thoughts. It's a lie that my brain tells me that alcohol serves me. Oh yeah, you know what? I never drank until my dad died. And then I'd have a glass because I'd be crying, this, that, and the other thing. And then when I looked inside myself, I wasn't even addicted to it. I was addicted to the feeling of having a glass of wine, my brain would relax. I wouldn't cry over my dad. I would sit there. So you just have to find the fix that you're getting from the food, the drink, or the habit. So there's something you're doing. So if you can decide today to just dig inside and say, okay, is this serving me? And if the answer is no, and you're not sure what your step one is, ask in the group. Email me, email a friend. Maybe you just need to say to someone, I'm doing too much of this. And like Michelle, then I go, hey, Michelle, how was the weekend? How was the cottage? She knows I'm going to follow up. I'm not going to say, did you fail and drink? And if she would have drank, I would have asked her a series of questions. How do you feel now? Do you want another drink? How do you feel about losing the time with your sobriety? We would go back to square one, because when you fail, all it is data. All it is data. Write that down. This is from a psychologist. All this is data. Whatever it is that you're feeling emotionally right now, maybe something spoke to you, something I said, something Michelle said, something someone shared, it's just data for you. It's data for you to say, are you ready for this change right now? Or are you going to continue on? And this path, continuing on, it's not fun. Because who knows where it would have led. Michelle was complaining about her weight, complaining about belly fat, complaining about not feeling good in the morning. All of those things get better when you make the decision. So I'll ask you today maybe to go above and beyond and think of something and ask yourself, is this serving me? And then find someone to keep you accountable. Like Amber, you say to someone, check in on me. Are you snacking at night? Put down the snacks. Put it out there. That is exactly what is going to keep us accountable. I do that as a coach. I told you guys I was going to do my recipe book. The pressure's on me. I'm stressed out. It scares me. I want to go back and do the easy way, but I've put it out there to my clients, to my friends, to say like, hey there, check up on me. So I hope that spoke to you today. Michelle, I do want to really say thank you so much for being open and sharing. And literally, Michelle, you can unmute yourself for a moment. I want to congratulate you on your sobriety, because it's not easy to quit any habits. What would you say for final words to those ladies that are here today that are going to struggle, fall back, and fall off the bandwagon? What is the best advice that you could give them for just simply starting?
So first of all, thank you. Everybody's texting me saying I'm so strong. The thing is, I wasn't strong. I was probably the weakest I've ever been, and it was very hard. And I believed in myself, and I wrote everything down, and I followed Trina's advice, and it worked. And I was ready. I'm 41 years old, and I was ready to start working on myself. I know a lot of you guys got small kids, and it's really hard and different. For you guys, I have teenagers, so now I can have some time for myself, and I've really decided to put the work in to myself. But it was really helpful that my husband got sober and Trina got sober, and I saw how everybody was so happy. Like, it wasn't easy, guys. And I'm not, Trina can tell you, I wasn't a huge drinker. Like I would have a glass, maybe I would drink 2 bottles of wine a week, or maybe a bottle of wine a week. I wasn't like a drinker every day, or I didn't do that. But whenever I drank, I was one of those people that thought, I'll just have one more glass. I'll just finish the bottle. That was the mentality. So once I started, I would go too far, but it wasn't easy. And you just gotta decide that it's time to put the work in for yourself. Make time for yourself. Be kind to yourself. I tell myself every day, I'm like, I gotta be kind. I didn't have a drink, and I didn't do this, and I didn't do that. So if I want to have a bag of Doritos, like a little bag, then yeah, I deserve it. I've worked hard the last 6 months.
Yeah, I'm really proud of you, Michelle. And I definitely know that the competition side of things, that is not a bad thing, ladies. That is not a bad thing. It's funny because I feel like I'm like inadvertently, I'm here holding this torch up for people. This is how my life feels like. I'm holding the torch and I'm saying, guys, I was in your shoes. That was me back then. I'm 10 steps ahead of you. I'm not far ahead. You can catch up. That is my job as a leader. I'm holding the torch up for you, saying, I did this work. Everything I give you, I've done the work. I've done it. I went through the hard path. I solved my problem. I'm holding the light for you and I'm saying, guess what, champ? You're here. You're going to fall. Get up. You're going to fall. Get up. We're here. I know I have been through, if I told you stories of my traumatic life, etc., you wouldn't believe how I'm still alive and standing today. So I get it. I understand. Just know that you must be kind to yourself, like Michelle said, and feel like you're living up to something. So I know I'm a leader now. I get, you would not believe the messages that I get when I told people I stopped drinking. I'm talking, they are private messages. People that are like, my marriage was falling apart, my this, my that, you gave me hope. Just know whatever your thing is, you can change it, but you must be kind to yourself, especially when you fail. You must be kind and you must write it down. Get a journal, write down your feelings. When I read back, I feel like this, I'm so emotional. So much of my not serving habits are attached to grief and loss because I've lost. There's so much death around me. There's so much illness around me. And so once I tackled those inner demons, it's so much easier. I don't even want another drink. I don't want sugar. You're going to get to that stage. So I hope this was deep today. We didn't plan on going this deep. I really do want to thank Michelle for sharing your story. I think there's nothing better than hearing from other people that are 5 to 10 steps ahead of you. They're just ahead of you. They're in the journey with you. We're in the trenches. We're still working on this every day. I wish you the best of luck in your 7-day kickstart. And just another quick reminder, we will be at 9 a.m. tomorrow for our stretch and sweat. Maybe some of us can let go emotionally in that session. We can do a little bit of a meditation, just breathing, and that just means we're going to calm our nervous system and rock this out. I love you, ladies. I'm going to stop the record and I'm going to say until next time, have an incredible day. I believe in you. You're amazing. And the world needs your special strength and gift.